Hi, Cougar families. It's Mrs. K. And here I am on Friday before the very first day of school for Cougars. Oh my goodness, we are so excited for you to come. The floors are shiny, the halls are waiting to hear your voices, the classrooms are decorated and ready to be filled with your joy. And so we're so looking forward to Tuesday, September the 6th at 7:50 when we'll open the doors and our Cougars will fill the halls once more. So Tuesday is the first day of school for almost all our Cougars. Some kindergarten students will start on Tuesday, and your letter says that, and some of you start on Wednesday. The school bell schedule in terms of start of day and end of day are exactly the same as last year. So we will open the doors at the 7:50 bell. That's when students exit the buses and come into the building. And for those of you dropping off children at the front door, we open the door at 10 to 8. We are consistent with what we did last year in terms of traffic pattern. Thank you so much of you that so many of you who adopted that new routine so well. It's an important part of our safety plan. So we use the entrance across from the Greg Settlement Road as the in driveway, drive across the front of the school, do a quick drop off, and then exit through the driveway that is across from the church. Keeping in mind that I'll be out there with my orange vest on to make sure that we always yield to the buses first. Thank you for your cooperation with that. That was new last year and it worked really well in keeping people safe. So if you haven't been dropping off at the building in the last year or so, or maybe over the summer, you got out of the habit of using those driveways, we really appreciate the effort to use the in and out 24/7, 365 for that safety consistency. It is the first day of school, and oftentimes because we have our indoor shoes and our water bottles and the school supplies that we've been asked to bring, sometimes there are extra things, or sometimes there's a little bit of extra excitement. I was even some jiggles in our belly about that first day. So on Cougar's first day of school, and for most of you that's Tuesday, and for a few of you that'll be Wednesday, an adult is invited if their Cougar would like to walk them to their classroom door and do the drop off at the classroom door on that first day. But after that first day, we thank you for doing the drop off at the bus or at the front door as we develop the routine that we will use throughout the year. And we start encouraging that independence that we know that your children will have as they build a beautiful routine with us and learn how we do business and take care of them here. So thank you for that. In terms of having a lot of school supplies, please don't hesitate to break up that list in terms of, you don't have to feel like you have to send everything the first day. So everyone needs something to write with and something to write on, and some of those materials are important on that first day, but it's not necessary to try to jam it all into the book bag or feel like your child is overburdened. You can send it in over the first few days. So that doesn't become a stressor for your family. It is really important that in that book bag, starting from the first day and carrying on for the entire school year, is that every Cougar has a refillable water bottle. We do not have mouth spouts on any of the water fountains. They are only water filling stations. And most of the Cougars did a really great job of that habit, but that is an area of room for growth. We will not be providing any cups of any kind. So it is the responsibility of the student to have their refillable water bottle with them each and every day. And it's going to be featured very often on our prize list or prize table to ensure that everybody's equipped with that. So thank you for your support with that. Breakfast bins will be available in classrooms starting from the very first day of school. Many of our kiddos get on the bus really early and maybe weren't ready to eat when that bus picked them up. So that's not a problem. We'll have some breakfast snacks for them here each and every day. And we're looking at, as we had last year, there were some special breakfast items on certain days. And we're even going to be expanding our breakfast program a little bit with some extra special things a little more often than we were able to do last year. So that's really exciting. We do not have a hot lunch program, so every Cougar will need to bring their bagged lunch each and every day. I am looking into what we might be able to do for the occasional lunch item, and more about that when we get all those things into place. the first few weeks of school are really about setting and establishing those routines and expectations, and making sure we all get off to a great start. So we're looking forward to starting that work with you. And I'm excited to hear if your children start talking at home about some of the school-wide initiatives that we're doing to that end. So you can be listening for that. Certainly in the first week, you should also be watching for the many forms that we do send home. So we've reduced slightly the number of forms that are coming home on the very first day of school, because I know that can be quite overwhelming. But what we are sending home starting that first day, they are really important forms. And it is really important to take care and make sure that the information on them is correct. I'm especially speaking of the long white form. It's a legal size one. It has personal information about your child that is already in there. It's already filled out. So please don't make the mistake of seeing that and thinking, oh, it's already filled out, I don't have to look at that. It's actually really essential that you go over that very slowly and make sure that the information is correct, especially that we have a current phone number, a current working email address, and certainly all the updated medical information that we need to care for your child. It's absolutely essential that we can reach one or more parents or guardians of each and every child every day at any time. So it's really critical that that contact information is accurate and correct. If your family has a situation with a custody order, that is critical also that we have the most up-to-date form in place so that we can be treating that with due care as well. New kindergarten students, that's usually who we're targeting when we're talking about. If you have updated immunization, preschool booster, and other immunizations that may have preschool immunizations that may have occurred over the summer, you can be sending in those copies with your child so we can update that information. The school cash online system has been set up so that you can be paying student fees. We have lowered the student fees from what was published on the school supplies list. I took a really good look at that, and it is essential that we have a student fee because there are certain things that we just simply cannot provide in the school setting with the budget that's provided from EECD. And oftentimes those are the things that the kids are most looking forward to or most remember that are created and opportunities that we're able to carry out with your children because of that student fee. But it is a bit of a time right now in a lot of ways. And so we've lowered that fee. And if it is in the best interest of your family, maybe to pay that fee in installments, just give the school a call and we can work that out because that's the reality. But we thought you might like to see that that fee has been lowered. So it's $25 rather than $35. And with the middle school, because of that middle school technology education and the items that they use in tech that they bring home, that has the additional $15 tech fee. So theirs is now 40 instead of 50. So that's a little bit of a break for you this year. We're excited about that. Pretty much our policies and things and how we carry out business day to day, we have really good systems here. So it's pretty much the same. Just a heads up to middle school families. We're continuing to increase the focus on getting really the learning as the primary reason that we're here and doing a really good job with that. And part of reducing the distractions for that is that we have a slight change in our personal device policy. So for most of the kiddos, that's cell phones. For some of them, those are tablets. And so we will be asking that those are housed in lockers, except during breaks and lunch hour. So if you're a parent like me, who over the summer got quite used to texting your child and being able to hear from them right away, just be aware that your child will be having access to their devices at breaks and lunchtime. And always, for all families at any time, if it were important that you spoke to your child in the moment, your first thing should always just be to call the school. So we certainly would have them come down to the office so that they could speak to you on the phone here. So we always can get you in contact with your child. We're just reducing the distractions during instructional time by having them place their devices in their locker except for breaks and lunch. I think those really are what you need to know kind of starting out day one in terms of expectations to get the school year off to a great start. Honestly, I've had to do a couple of takes of this video for some weird reasons, so I'm going to play it back, but hopefully I got all the important things in. As always, your teachers are fabulous teachers who have the information that you need. So don't hesitate to drop an email after Tuesday, or you can always call the school. Let us know how we can help answer your question or get you the information that you need for a really great year. We're really looking forward to it and being able to celebrate all kinds of wonderful things in 2022-23. Take care, folks. See you on Tuesday and Wednesday.